A moonless night of some year like 1873, the year in which cowboys are all wearing baby blue hats and long baby blue coats to match. Some cowboys come galloping toward me over the horizon like bits of leaping, dust-raising, embodied afternoon sky. They have broken away. They are as free of the sky as they are of the false idea of them we've received from old black and white photos. Their freedom is greater than what occurs during free association. Their freedom surpasses everything that occurs during a flirtation. The cloud of baby blue riders sweeps past me. Their freedom is greater than my areas longings and yearnings and cloudy desires, which are less great than my rising sense of failure, of remorse, of spreading shame. The cowboys call over their shoulders, "Come to nothing," and a lullaby fades. A woman is expressing sympathy with a television character who is weeping and trapped. She's attempting to pummel and scratch her way through a grim, inconsiderate crowd as the woman dolefully frowns. She leans forward slightly. It's an upsetting situation. But a woman should imitate the facial expressions of strangers in order to understand them, though nothing's resolved even then. It's just a premonition of the feelings she's to have as she has them, taken from the world, from a real actor who has just shattered the windows of a new gray Honda sedan parked in the sun in order to get air to a gasping dog mournfully pressing itself against the door of the car on the driver's side. Sympathy requires terrific optimism, bravado, and therefore paranoia. Always, I regret having singled the woman out. And 114 guns. The guy from the nuclear arts movement was kicked out on the very first day. He said ironically, and I thought a little wistfully, "Oh, very many," till the sun rose high. He disappeared abruptly, arms crossed over the stomach, hugging himself, like a pistol after the petals go. The tree has 1,000 tongues and a snub-nosed revolver with the words, "Weak flowers that are blown upon and bent to roll up and down the windows of the blue-gray car," with such incredulity, wonder, mimicry, rejection, experiment, obsession, that all the things that are in us are. An encyclopedia, a common hunting ground for sexually curious girls, finding ourselves robbed of our belongings, snails, honeybees, and flies, and all the children of the dove-gray car pile onto the red vinyl seats. Ideas cross empty spaces in a game we fill as chickens fit and thickets too, or crickets on the banks across the ice to eventuality, lamentation, chrysanthemums or sighs of cloud and grain that's blown and something falls down the axis of ourselves, ideally upright, checking the horizon, but actually leaning to see just what that is over there, some kind of flotsam, though it might have been a head under worse circumstances, into which we've installed our thought, an idea, spontaneously repeating itself, with others without which we wouldn't be ourselves, cutting loose the ideology as it bobs, bends, and says nothing that our willfulness couldn't interpret rightly, wrongly mounted on a sorrel rocking horse, whose reins are made of braided hair, and whose saddle is slipping like a continental plate around a diamond, because the girth is loose, and we're bound on a crash course, so we're sure to meet, and then the rider will be thrown, through no choice of her own, into life as it will be when it fails to accord with her ideas of what a country fair should be, timeless, with barrel racing for the cowgirls just outside, the barn in which the biggest sows suckle their pinkest piglets, drawing crowds as large as those assembled for the judging of of the chocolate fudge cakes, pickled pea pod, needlepoint, loganberry jam, collective guilt, and friendship quilts, for which there are neither synonyms nor antonyms, but there's cotton candy all around. I swear, Scouts honor and no shit. I'll watch with utmost calm, keeping camera up and to my eye as the world shakes, because it's interesting that it is. The intensity of curiosity that flows, falters, follows, August with September, 11 with 12, salt with pepper, or salt with sugar, logically enough, melting in catastrophe, and milk, to which a woman's crooning down the aisle behind her cart mimics a baby's squall or scrawl, each squiggle reinterpretable and always adding up to what we might term a marvelous offset, e.g. a mismatch becoming a rematch, separating pugilists, then drawing them close, the one in blue shorts, the other flinging a pashmina over her drawers, showing her legs, wearing green shoes over her toes, tucked into socks, and the socking begins. One goes to the nose, one to the throat of a guy in the front row with a digital camera that will never shoot, thanks to the guy in the second row with a digital camera set to receive and thereby gain impressions of a mummy. What sort of individual is that?